Well, hi, good morning, and welcome to my shop. And you can see my precise tube tester on the bench here. Last time this was on my bench was 2 years ago, almost exactly 2 years ago, when I was short for projects. I had this tester sitting out in my garage, and I thought it was a piece of junk. I really did. I just didn't think anything of it. I was taking the knobs off it and putting them on other pieces of equipment. But I brought it in here on the long shot that it might be okay. Turns out this is a really great tube tester. But mine has a problem. The problem is, when I did the calibration, I made a mistake, or to be more specific, I followed instructions that contained a mistake in the instructions. So in the last couple weeks, two of you viewers have sent me a note about this, because you have the same tester, and you've come through and encountered the it's literally a typing error in the instructions that I didn't figure out. So we're going to take a look at the instructions first and see where this error shows up, because others are going to have this tester. They're going to get the same document I got off the internet. They're going to read the same stuff, make the same mistake. And if they watch my last video, they're encouraged to make that same mistake. And if I remember right, I had a lot of trouble with the calibration, and the reason is I was doing it wrong. So let's take a look at the instructions here for the precise Model 3 GM and EM tube tester. Thumbs up on this guy. So here's a look at the manual. I downloaded this from Boat Anchor Manuals, BAMA, the BAMA website, BAMA. Here we go. So take a look. If you have this copy, because there's more copies of this than this one. This is the original manual here. I don't believe this is rewritten or anything until you get right to the end here. And this is the rewritten part. It's rewritten, it looks to be verbatim, but there is an error in here. Step 14. Temporarily attach a 2000 ohm 10 watt resistor from ground to switch to number 1. Number 1 is the mistake. So we look at the original instructions, because they're just up above. Plate bridge balance. They're right in here. Just going to expand them here. Might be up here. Plate bridge balance. Temporarily attach a 2K 10 watt resistor from ground to switch to number 11. That's the mistake. So I hooked up the resistor to switch to number 1, and I don't know what happened next, but I'm sure it didn't go well. So I'm going to repeat this. In fact, I'm going to do this whole thing again. I'm going to start right through here. I'm going to do this whole thing, because I think I'm going to make more use, and maybe we'll follow the original wording here, because I can just make the wording bigger this way. A little too big. Okay, so I'm going to read through this. I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to read through this, prepare myself to do it, so I'm a little wiser, get the resistor, all that kind of stuff. So I'm all checked. So I'm all set here. I had to dig a lot to find this. So these are the actual kit building instructions for building this as a kit. And let me just clean this up a little bit. Here is switch 2. Look at the pin numbering on it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10. So here's pin 1. It's identified, it's shown as the fourth one, and it's shown as pin 1 on my sheet as the fourth one. So that's 1. This is the one I would have hooked the resistor up to in error. It really should be this one, right here. Pin 11. Pin 11, second pin in. Second pin in when viewed right. Okay. I know where to put the 2K resistor now. Okay, still on number 14 here. 2 watt resistor, or the 10 watt resistor is in place. Actually, two 4,000 ohm resistors in parallel here to get to the 2 1000 ohms it's asking for, 10 watts. Controls A through 0, bias and filament at maximum counterclockwise. Isn't that where they all are now? Maximum counterclockwise. Okay, and that included A through 0, bias and filament at maximum counterclockwise. Okay, filament, yes. Bias, yes. Well, counterclockwise on the bias control. Okay, meter switch to line. Oh, meter switch, not that one. Meter switch here. Meter switch to line. Yeah, okay, right. I got it. Short switch in test normal. That's this one, test normal. Meter slide switch to normal. Meter slide switch. Meter slide switch to normal. Bias slide switch to 10 volts. These are the same settings I did before, 10 volts. Test switch to off. Test switch to off. Insert line cord and push off life on button on. Adjust line adjust panel control to center scale on the meter. Okay, so insert line cord, push off life on switch on. So this is on. No, it isn't actually. Power's off right now, so I'm going to switch that to on. What a crummy on-off switch on this thing. I mean, they could have done something a little more dramatic than that, I think. Insert line cord, adjust line, adjust panel control to get a center scale on the. Okay, so we're going to power on now. Power on. Adjust line adjust panel control to center scale reading on the meter. Line adjust is here, and that's right on the center there. Yeah, that's good. It's on the center. Switch meter switch to test. I better read the rest of this just now here. So I'm on switch meter switch to test. Switch meter switch to test. Meter switch to test, and you're supposed to note something, aren't you? And note if meter deflects off 0. Okay, so we gotta watch this meter now. Flip this to test. Well, it's off 0. Okay, so this is the 0, and I can't really tell with the unit up like this. I'm pretty sure that would fall to a 0 there. Okay, I think we can do this rotating thing quite regularly without too much risk. Further than I expected. Okay, so it's dead on 0 now. The meter is sitting on 0. If it does deflect, try adjusting potentiometer P. It doesn't. Now, why does it say deflect? Let's go back on this. Something wrong here. To note if meter deflects off 0. It almost sounds like it should be on 0. Maybe it was on 0 as soon as I flipped it to test. I don't know. Well, it's sitting on 0. I don't know what adjustment we would do here. If adjustment of P4 makes the condition worse, P4 is the wrong leg, so that's some kind of weird wiring error made. Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, this is to correct an incorrect wiring problem. So that didn't happen. We didn't do the test over. Now we're down to here. Okay. Turn. Well, that was it. So you mean to say that all this time I thought I'd misaligned this, or misadjusted it is the right word, and then turns out it's actually adjusted fine, even though I hooked up the resistor in the wrong place? Really? I missed something here, didn't I? Let's just go through this again. Test switch to off. Test switch is off. Rotate test switch to test. Oh. Oh. Rotate it. I made the mistake here. I didn't do this right. Switch. Oh, I see. Okay. So switch meter switch to test, and then rotate test switch to test. Okay, so meter switch, I got it. Meter switch on test, rotate the test switch to test. What's supposed to happen then? Rotate test switch to test, and note if meter deflects off 0. Oh my god. Oh yeah, it goes way off. Okay, now I think I'm doing this right. So now we want to adjust something. What are we adjusting here? If it does deflect, try adjusting potentiometer P4 on the power supply chassis for practically no deflection when test switch is rotated to the test position. Okay, so P4. So I gotta stand this up. It will cause the meter to drift off 0 from the gravity. One of the scariest things is moving an operating device. Okay, and we've dropped down, so that's the new 0. 0 now is actually at the first dash. Okay. And we flip it to test. She's off. Now we gotta find P number what? P number... Oh my gosh. Way down here. Sorry, I'm having trouble keeping this on the screen properly for you guys. For you to watch. Whoops, I didn't want that to happen. If it does deflect, try adjusting potentiometer P4. So there's no... Okay, P4. So we gotta find P4. I'm just gonna go look here. P4. This is 4 here. Looks like a really scary adjustment. In fact, it looks like something that if you short it, I don't like the look of that. Okay, P4. We're taking a risk. P4. Now I got to turn the test switch. 0 that meter. Okay, don't 0 it. First line it. That's the new 0. Got it. Okay, so now when you flip it, it comes back. Perfect. Oh boy. Okay. So, okay, repeat step by turn power off. Turn power off, remove 2K resistor, put resistor in original location, but I didn't use, that's nothing to do with me. Then we're on to the GM adjustment. Okay, turn power off. Make sure I do that. And we'll remove the resistor I spent so long putting in there. These got warm. Resistor removed. Okay, well everything's ready to go with the tube tester now, except, and you can see it, that broken piece of glass which is inside here. My pointer stalls out over here, it runs into something. It can't be this piece of glass. This piece of glass was up here, out of the way. I'm thinking maybe there's another piece of glass down inside here somewhere. for me to make this tester work really well, I really got to solve this problem, I think. And, you know, because I would like to read the upper part of the scale here. And for all I know, at any moment, maybe it's going to start freezing way down here and just make the whole thing useless after all this work. So getting this cover off means getting the meter out. Getting the meter out, not the easiest thing in the world. Getting access to the screws back here that are holding it. But what I've discovered I think I can do is if I release these screws here and I was going to say, if I release these screws and two others, I can then separate the panel from this and I can get access. The only problem is two of the screws are the meter screws. They are the same screws over here. And the real problem is one corner. This corner is inaccessible. Okay. It's all about getting the mounting screw in here, under here, out. That's what I'm going to work on. I thought it was going to be easy there for a minute. No. Well, it might not be so tough. All I got to do is drop the light bulb bracket a bit, take the light bulb out. I think I've got all the space I need. Go. Well, I got a good chance now. Just get my pliers and get working on it. Okay, I got all four screws off. Let's the heck is holding it on? And the threads are caught. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I don't want to cut free here. What's holding it there? Oh, come on. What can it be? Well, that was a long struggle for nothing so far, getting that nut out of there. Oh, Shadow's come to help me here. Yes, you can tell the frustration, can you, Shadow? Yeah, I need some company here. Don't like this. It's just... There we go. What was that? Just the threads catching. There we go. Well, we got it that far. What's going on underneath it here? This case is cracked right here. Yikes. That's not good. Somehow I thought this would just kind of lift off. Oh, there's more screws. Okay. Now we're on our way. For sure. This right off. we go. Don't know what I'm going to find in here. Where'd the piece of broken glass go? Oh, these screws are just sitting here? Where did the piece of broken glass go? There it is. That's only one piece coming out. Where did this come from? I was expecting to find a broken edge in here. Well, that's very odd, isn't it? Broken from a previous broken glass that got replaced. Okay, now why doesn't this meter movement go all the way up? Ooh, I could hear something when I did that. So the problem here is everything I do, I'm risking, destroying this guy. I'm going to go a little further here. I'm this far into it now. Take the plate off. Try to pull the movement right out of the plastic housing. A little too much light on there, eh? Nothing particularly tight about these screws. got now. You can really see the big magnet really clearly. Oh, magnetic. Right there. It would look like if I take this plate out the back here, the movement is mounted to it somehow. I may not get access to I'm trying to get access right into the back here. What if I can just blow stuff out of there now? Just gonna pin the needle here. Wrap stuff out of it, maybe. Just wrap things further into it, actually. I'm doing this. Not a hard enough knock. No, exactly the same. So these are these lugs here. I'm sure it'll let the whole movement come right out. Somehow this has to be attached to this back plate. And I got this needle out here that, for crying out loud, if I make the wrong move. Okay, it's protected now. Okay, we're this far into it. Screwed on there. Now we should be able to see if there's anything in the back here. I can see everything now. It's a little loose. Something's loose. We gotta look at this under the close-up camera really closely. Can I put it down? It's magnetic, man. It's liable to snap onto anything. Stuck right there. Now I see something. It looks like a wire. I think I'm seeing the spring on the top of the spring adjustment here. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Now does that move the spot? Oh my gosh, this is hitting the tabletop. No, there's still something going on there. I think it's more like an alignment problem than anything. Okay, it's stuck. What's it stuck on? So I'm looking at the pointer, trying to see if there's anything touching the pointer anywhere. I don't think so. Now what about the wires rubbing right in the, how much clearance is there? Quite a bit. Let me pin the needle again. So I'm looking for clearance all the way around the coil. It looks like there's lots of clearance. Can it be binding just in the what do you call it, the pivot point there? See, this fancy screw in the front controls the pivot point pressure. Is it too much? It comes around and binds up. And a little tiny point is enough. If that were the case, there's a spring. There's a spring there, and a spring in the front. A spring in the front and the back. See the clearance. Sure looks like the coil is clear of the magnet. The only thing we're left with then is binding in the pivots. Binding in the pivots. Something's a little loose here too, as I mentioned before. Is that part of the picture here? So if it's stuck, come free? No. So, is there something really temporary I can do to find out about this pressure thing? Why can't I just kind of lift it off? I mean, we're talking about fractions of a micrometer here. If I just lift this off, I see the needle fall back, that would tell me. Oh, I can't really pull on that. That seems a little curious. No. What's holding it right now? So the only thing it really could be is those pivot points. If it's I can loosen one of these screws. It'll loosen the whole bracket a touch. That's better than fiddling around with this. I try that. I'll loosen that off just a touch. The idea is to take some pressure off the pivot point. I got a big enough screwdriver here. That's not really going to do it. Let's try this one. Oh my gosh. I don't know. This is really jammed in there. Watch your thumb, man. You're going to bend the needle. I think I've got something now that's going to really... This isn't any better. What am I trying to do here? Let's think about this for a minute before I get too much power on this thing. So here's another bracket here. This comes around and holds the back part. Like a pincer thing. If I were to apply a little bit of screwdriver pressure right in here, that would in effect release the needle slightly. Right in here. I didn't do anything yet. I didn't do anything yet. Just putting the screwdriver there is enough. Yeah, could be. Okay, here we go. Twisting. That's it. That's it for sure. Too much pincher action. Now, I may have actually fixed it. I may have bent this some micro tiny thing. No. So that's a question of how do you do a permanent thing on this. So undo the locking thing, screw the screw. Maybe the screw can be turned, even with the locking nut there. Is there no screw back here? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that just came loose. Oh my gosh, the whole thing came loose. Oh, no, don't do that. No, don't. Now what? Double check the plan here. Definitely on the right way, so let's not panic. Let's continue with this. Loosen them off. Telling myself not to panic here. Why is it not dropping the needle? Surely goodness I've turned this enough already. Bah! It won't stick. Okay, it's losing its stickiness. I'm going to go a little further. Now how am I going to tighten that? Oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Okay. I only have 2 hands, I need 3 right now. Oh boy, I've broken out into a sweat here now because I think I've ruined the meter. I'm literally dripping with sweat, just instantly. fallen out of its pivots. Oh boy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop for a while and calm myself down, because I'm about to ruin a really nice machine here. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, so lots of time has gone by. I've calmed myself down, but I am on the verge of just ruining this whole thing. I'm trying to look at how I can position this where I can see clearly both sides of this at the same time. You have to manipulate the pointer to manipulate the whole thing. I think what I have to do is I have to get one point in a pivot, say on this end, and then with a screwdriver ready, manipulate the other point in line with the pivot point, and then tighten it up slightly. Now, another possibility is, because there's generally a touch of play on either end, is to arrange it for a bit of play this way, fit it in, and then let it come back, and it'll sit loosely between the points, and then I can tighten it up and it'll draw it up into place. How can I see any of this? This is one of the challenges here. The other thing is, what are the chances I haven't ruined the calibration of this movement permanently? I mean, it'll never work the same as it did. I'm so disappointed in myself here, but hey, I can't get rid of me. I'm kind of stuck with me, so. Well, I think I just have to stick it back in this way. It's magnetic, it grabs onto things. I'll just start like this. Pointer's down here, so I got lots of, my hand's not floating free. I've got it on here, so that's pretty good. Steady up really good, make some really fine movements with it. Get the camera now in place here and take a good look at what kind of mess I'm really in here. I mean, it's really a very simple thing. It's just so you see the spring, and then the pivot point is right in there. And I have to adjust the focus on the camera. Give me a second here. I need to get a lot closer. Just the right angle. So I've accepted that this will probably take hours to get this back together if I'm ever going to succeed. I really think there's a chance I've ruined it. A really good chance. I know better. You can see the bent pointer down there. Look at that thing. I did that with my fingers, so lightly touching it, I didn't even know it was bending. That's how fragile that is. They don't want any metal in it because of the momentum of the metal. Now somehow I got to put that. See, it's on the far side of that thing. How in the heck am I going to move that? Looks like if I got it in, it would stay for now. Okay, so I have a little pin here I'm going to try using as a tool. See how this goes. I now have the camera looking at it the same way I'm looking at it, so I don't have this flip around problem now. Oh my gosh. Look at how fragile everything is. Let's go with the pointed end. This, you know what? I can't do it. It's too small a tool in my fingers. I need that dental tool. Where did it go? Where's a dentist when you need one? Talking about the dentist, I think we're all ignoring going to the dentist, aren't we, during this period? Oh, son of a gun. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Now, get this pivot into place. To move my camera just a touch here. I'm gonna let go of it a little bit more. Oh, 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 oh. Easy, easy, easy. Easy does it, man. Move the spring back. Wow. Little sound effect there. I gotta be ready to man the screw. Why the screwdriver's not in? First, this pivot in. You know, like the pointer's hanging there, and the coil itself is hanging down, everything's hanging. I'm ready to hang myself here. Best way is to move the coil, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm going to move it into place. I need another hand. So I'm going to try to reach under and grab the pointer. Whoa! Oh, come on. What's happening here, Mike? The light is in the way of my tool. Oh, I'm 5 miles away. Oh my gosh. Go in. It's not going anywhere, is it? You can see the reflection of it in the metal bracket. This is the pointer getting bent. That looks pretty good. I'm assuming there's a little divot there it's going to fall into. There has to be something like that. There. Okay, we're in the spot. Now I tighten the screw on the back, but the back one isn't okay, let go. Maybe it'll stay. No, well, I can't even let go easy. Okay, now are we in? Did we succeed? Oh my gosh. Well, it's just sitting outside there. Now what's happened in the back side? Here I want to push this forward. Maybe rely on the springiness of the coil to compress a little bit and then pop that in. Just pop it in. Yeah, pop it in. I'm just going to pop that in there. Okay. So, you know, it could be below, it could be above. It's clearly to the side. Let's go after the coil again. Oh, how do you get in here? This one's different. Construction's different. Come back here. Come in here. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, think. I'm gonna push on the coil to the point where its shape will change. It's not clearing. It's not clearing. Why not? Okay, let's put this. I tighten this in a little bit. Maybe I tighten it in too far. Does this really make a difference? Oh yeah. Looks like it's almost ready to fall apart. Hold on, don't go too far. Okay, we're really close here. I don't know what's happened on the other side, but we'll just gamble that it's in place on the other side. What else can we do? So I gotta come in here again. This way. No. Oh, now that's interesting. The bracket moves the spring around. Can I use the bracket? That's this terminal part here. Doesn't seem to want to do anything, does it? To the point. I wish I could just put a needle right in there and push that point. Why didn't it fall in? I have to push the, compress the coil, do like I did before. Come in here, compress the coil, and move the stupid point. Come on, get out. No. I can't quite see what I'm doing here. It's hidden. There. Now wait. Oh no, Peanut, don't show up now. So it's caught on the edge there. Come in further. No, not now, Peanut. Not right now. I can't even look at you. Oh, for crying out, take the tool out. I'm gonna have to go settle my cat down while I settle myself down. Boy. Okay, let's try again. Now the other pivot. Looks to be in. It really looks to be in. And this one, it just looks like I just got to tip it up and then tighten that thing down. That's what it looks like. Oh, if I could just go straight in there, literally lift that point. Oh, son of a gun. Okay. I've got a big camera problem here. The camera's exactly where I want to be, of course. That's whatever. Let's try this. Ooh, that's got a funny shape to it. Okay, I think I have control on it. Oop. It's in. Okay, no, don't jump. Just take it out real nice and slow. Slow. appears to have dropped out. Yeah, I'm looking at the coil here with my eyes, and the coil is not in the center of the... It's definitely dropped low on that side we're looking at. Come up from below and push it in, or try to come down from on top. Down from on top here. Let me try and do it on this side. No. What about grabbing that? Maybe I can grab this. Did that appear to be in almost? I'm going to tighten up the screwdriver here. Yikes. Okay, so I don't know exactly what happened with that. The needle appears to have just dropped. No, it's just swung around. Don't know why it did that. Nice. It's swinging nice and free, but it's certainly not in the cup there, is it? No, it can't be. No. Okay, let's try again. That's in the cup. Oh! What happened to it there? Where'd it go? You can imagine how weak these wires are in here too. Come on. That's the spot. That's it right there. It's in. Okay, now if I could only reach around and tighten the screw. Go a little bit here. Is it still in? It's so hard to tell. It doesn't look like it. What if I tighten the screw now? Oh, look what happens when you push on it. The whole thing's rocky. Yeah, the whole top bracket there with this big screw on it is flexible. So am I in? Is this what's happened? I can't really tell. It seems like the movement's moving. Okay, hang on a second. Let's just take a close look here. So if it's in, it's just barely in, and this one, okay, that looks like it's right in the middle. El perfecto on that one. Not on this one. So maybe it's not in yet. Oh boy. See how I touch the edge here? I slide the tool down the edge to get more and more control. Supposed control. Yeah, see the control? No, I'm banging into the counterweight. Can't really see what's happening here. Let me move the camera over a touch. It's just a bit too far. I'm just kicking the tripod feet to move the tripod. Okay. The screwdriver's not in. Let me put the screwdriver in. Okay. That really looks like it's in. That really looks like it's in. I need to look at this from another angle entirely. That's really hard to do here. Okay. Let me tighten up the focus here just a sec. Okay. No, it's not in. That's a complicated shape in there. Can you see it through the spring? No. So I'm sort of like in an outer area here. I'm not right in the middle. That's what it looks like. Let's look from this way. The opposite angle. Wow. Too bad I can't really see what the thing looks like, what the target looks like. If we look right on at the coil position, you'll see it's lots of clearance there and none, almost none here. Oh, that's not bad. We're getting close. So I'm trying to look at the far end and the near end of the coil to try to judge the centricity of which end, of both ends. That really looks in there. Perfect. That really doesn't. Okay, let's see if I can get my camera set up here again. This. Same technique of compress the coil. You gotta get right on top of the coil here. What happened to the light? You know what? I turned the brightness up on my camera, and now it's too bright. Son of a gun. How did that happen? Like, how did I move a light or something? Okay, let me change the brightness here. For crying out loud. That should do it. Get a hold of the pointer too. Wow. Ooh, is it captured in there? I think it's captured in there. I think we need to tighten it. See how much movement there is. How do you get that much? That's where it's in contact. didn't, I don't think I loosened it that much. It fell out, didn't it? Right in the middle of me doing that. To loosen off the lock. Compressing the coil. Did it go in, or is it just caught on something now? Looks like it's just caught on something. Oh my gosh. Right now, if something were to happen to scare me, that'd be the end of this. That'd be the end of this meter. Seems free. Okay, I gotta tighten this down. Oh, the nut turned too. Did it stay in? Looks more central now. Both appear to be in. Okay, I'm going to flick the needle a little bit, watch what happens. Seems really good. Should I tighten it up more? I can examine how much play there is left. Did the needle just stick? Still sticks at the far end, even after all this. It sticks. Way up there. Okay, so let's think about this. Do I need this to be any tighter? I need it tight enough so it won't fall out. So I can see this one. I can see how much of it is in there. Most of the needly part is gone inside the coupling there, the cup. What about this one? Oh, it looks... okay, so I'm going to push on the screwdriver to squeeze the clamp and see if I can push the coil point further in over there. That's the idea. And then it'll tell me how much play there is. I gotta have the camera swinging for this. I gotta get it in the right spot. Oop. Oh, that doesn't look like it's in the center there, does it? Oh, it looks in the center there. Okay, now I can see for the play now. Oh, I moved. Doggone it. I think I moved the camera by accident. Maybe we can tell from here. Oh yeah, see, there's lots of play. Now I can't turn this any tighter. We can go quite a ways. Let's go quite a ways. I can see the screw was not turning while I was doing that. Okay, now let's go a sudden shock forward. You see it go? Feels tight now. Feels tight in the screw, but that's the nut. The nut is turning. That's okay. That's okay. Let's go like that. Still more play. How much of that play are we supposed to leave? Enough so it's loose, and not so much it falls out. Okay, I'm just trying to get a grip on the nut here. Oh, just snapped it tighter. We still in? Is everything copacetic here? Looks good. Looks good. Tighten. Okay, the nut is turning with it again. Now let me flick the needle. Ooh, it seems really nice. So what I'll do now, still more play? Still more play? Not much. I think we're going to leave it like this. All I got to do is just give a little tightening on this guy over here. And I'm back from the edge of the cliff. Oh, don't do that. Turn the nut without turning the screw. Okay, that's locked. Did it ruin the movement? No. Sticks. It's way up there. You know what? It could even be magnetism onto the big piece of steel here. Okay, so I'm just going to walk away now for a while and ponder my parent good fortune at this point. Okay, my next objective is to straighten out the pointer. A lot easier said than done. It's probably never going to look fantastic. Oh, it just bends so easily. It's almost on zero. It's on zero at this end. It's off zero at the top. It's not quite straight yet. I think the problem is way down here. It's way down here. Now there's a little bend right above here. Slight bend, still a bit of a bend there. And there's a bend back this way. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'm impressed. No way you'll ever know. Especially if I never post this video. Now, how's the zero happening? Okay, we have it this way. Not bad, but the zero thing is in a position now where it'll engage properly, so I can always improve the zero later. Okay, does the meter go all the way over? There we go. Don't blow it. It sticks in the same spot. Now I can see the counterbalance weight here is not where it needs to be. That. Well, it goes higher. It used to pin here. Now it pins up here. Hey, should I loosen that? No! You know what? Let's not fool around anymore because I've gone right to the edge of the cliff and come back. Now we have to do this. Put these guys in. Then we put the top glass. Oh, I gotta clean up the top glass here. Yeah, Stop for a sec. Okay, so the trick here is when I put this cover on, the little nubbin here has to go in there. Set this straight down. Set this straight down. That's my best chance. Check the zero. Doesn't seem to do anything. Pointer appears to be pinned. Oh, I know what could be going on here. Yeah. What could be going on here? I don't know. Oh, it was stuck there. Okay, so I'm going to zero the meter here right now. And we're going to hope that survives. The movement's pinned again. What's doing that? Is it up against the glass? It is. It's up against the glass. Okay. Now it's going to be against the paper. Oh. No. I doubt I got this engaged. I didn't even try this time. Oh, it is. I didn't even try and it worked. Okay, we're in business here. We are in good shape. We are, as long as this meter actually works. I actually think I improved it after all that. Oh, you've been staring at my overhead lights all this time. Good. There it is, all back together. Now all that's left is a test of it. Oh boy, oh boy. So I'm just going to use the meter to measure the line. The line, of course, should be straight up. So we would want this on test. We want this on line. And if I go past the bias thing, for all I know, it's going to go right over and whack. How do I know? I don't have a tube plugged in. No tube plugged in. No bias voltage, maybe. Bias voltage minimal. Let's do that. No tube plugged in, just checking the line. Okay. Come on. What happened? This should be on. I know what happened. I left this light bulb out. Okay, power off, power off. Okay, light bulb in. Now this light bulb's right at 120 volts. It's right here. It's right, you can't quite see where my hand is. It's right under here, right? Sticking through this hole. So you put your hand here, you're asking for 120 volt shock. You're going to pick this up while it's operating, and you're going to go like this. Yow! See where the cord is? That's where the wires are, right under there. Danger, danger, danger. Okay, I'm gonna take this locking screw here. Okay, this time it's going to come on. And this time, we still have this on test, so the meter should not move. And the switch is on. Hiya! Good show. Okay, I'm going to turn down the line adjust a little bit. There we go. Oh my lord, it's working. I'll adjust the line. That's the end of the line adjust, right there. So where are we at here? We're at 110. So typically we would plug this in here and it would be 117. It would be more like this. That didn't make much difference, did it? That's interesting in itself. So we're going from, like, here's 100 volts and here's 120 volts. We'll put it on 117 because that's typically what's in my outlets here, even a little bit higher. Doesn't really matter. Oop, wrong control. Well, that's it. How far over the meter goes properly, I don't know. I'm not going to find that out right now. Or can I find that out? Can I adjust the light? I can adjust the bias. Yeah. I have to have this set probably a certain way. Maybe you even have to have a tube in for this to actually work. Yeah. Okay. Well, bottom line is I saved myself from disaster here. Fantastic. Wow. Hey, almost time to test some tubes. That's really what I want to do.